Hello YouTube and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to be learning how we can create a welcome screen or loading screen based on WPF application. So let's begin. First we're going to create a WPF project, a new project. So new project and WPF. Next. So we're gonna name it loading app and create the new project. And the project is loaded. First we're gonna create a canvas inside the grid, and it will hold all the controls we want to be hidden behind the loading screen. It could be anything from buttons to text boxes to text block and text boxes and labels. Copy and paste it. So these are the controls we're gonna hide behind the loading screen. So now it's time for the loading screen. For the loading screen we need media element, and it's already docked because we're working on the grid and it docks the controls all over it. And here we have only one row and one column, so the media element is docked all over the application. So in the media element what we have to do is we need the unloaded behavior and turn it to manual. It's very necessary. So the other thing we need is we need a media ended event and enter. It will create the media ended event and stretch to fill. So we have initialized all these things. We have written all these things. Now in the coding part, here you have to give the source of the image, and what we're gonna do is so we're gonna go to the project folder and copy these two and paste it there. So the source folder, and here is our app, and inside the bin debug, here our app would be when it is built. So we put both the gifs here, and now what we do is we have to first name the media element, which is media. So we named it media, and here we can call it by the name media dot source equals to new URI, and here we're gonna type environment dot current directory. What it's gonna do is it's gonna give the directory from within the app, from where the app is running. So the app would be running from here, so it would give the address of here. And put the name of the GIF, and here we're gonna give the name one.gif, and that is it. Let's run it and test it. It's not working, and it's working a little late. So what we can do is we can do one thing, that here we can change the visibility to collapsed, and here the visibility to visible. And then what we're gonna do is and then first we have to test it if it's working fine. It looks just fine. So what we're gonna do is we need the loading screen to disappear after some second or some time. So we're gonna create a timer which will gonna do our work. So here I'm gonna type dispatch timer, and actually it is dispatcher timer. So dispatcher timer, and it requires the Windows threading library. So we're gonna name it timer and equals to new dispatch timer, and here is our timer. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a tick event for it. So private void timer tick, and we have to give it two arguments. So this is our tick event, and inside the tick event we would make the loading screen disappear, and the other content in the canvas appear. So we have to name the canvas and something to reference it in the coding section. So I'm naming it can, and also the media element, yes, we have named it media, so it's okay. So can dot visibility, we're gonna make it visible. So visibility dot visible, and before that the loading screen which is media should disappear. So visibility equals to visibility dot hidden, and timer dot stop, this is also necessary, or the timer would keep ticking after every second we have assigned it. So this is it. What another thing is, we have to start the event too. So to start the event, we would create a new event, a new method called load screen, or just loading, and inside that event we're gonna we're gonna assign the tick event we have created this tick event, but it's not assigned, it's not attached to this timer. So we're gonna do it right here. So plus equals to timer tick, and this is how we're gonna assign our tick event to the timer. And the second thing is, we have to set its interval and its time span in seconds. So 0 hours, 0 minutes, we're gonna only set it to 8 seconds. You can also set it to milliseconds by like this, but we need seconds here, so 8 seconds. And the timer is all set, so start the timer. What it would gonna do is, it would assign the tick event to the timer, it would set the interval and start the timer right away. So this event should this method should be called upon the application start, and when the timer is gonna tick, these things would happen. So we're gonna check it out. So the loading is going on, and after 8 seconds it disappeared, and our buttons, our all controls are here. So this is complete, but it still lacks something. I'm gonna show it to you now. The problem here is why we created this media ended event. It is because we want the GIF to be keep going on and on and on. We don't want it to stop. I'm gonna show you guys, if we don't write the following lines, what would happen. So we start, and I have given the second loading to it. Let's see what happens. So it's loading. I should actually give it more seconds. To prove my point that what is wrong here. So now let's see. The GIF is going on, and it stopped because it's finished. So what we need is, the GIF should be keep going on, because our loading can be a little more a little more time. So we need the GIF to keep going on. So we need to write just 2 lines to make sure the GIF is going on and on and on forever. So we're gonna write media dot position equals to new time span and 0 0 1, and media dot play. What will it would gonna do is, when the media is ended, it would assign it the position of first second. so it would rewind it and then play it again, so it would keep playing on and on and on. So now let's check it. So it should go on and on and on till it's uh, till it disappears. So it's going on and on and on. So this is good. Now the last thing I want to show is I want to do is I'm gonna create a label and name it content as loading, and its font size to 90, and also the foreground to white, and the horizontal content alignment to stretch, and the vertical alignment, actually it should both be centered, and the vertical content alignment to stretch, and horizontal content alignment to stretch, or it would be, yes, it is actually the opposite. So these two should be centered, I mean the vertical content alignment and the horizontal content alignment, and these two should be stretched so that the label would stretch all over and it would be in center all the time. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna create a beautiful loading screen. Yeah, but another thing we have to do is we have to make it hidden too here, so that the label also gets to be hidden. Name it label, and label dot visibility equals to visibility dot hidden. So now it's gonna be hidden, and let's turn the time back to 8, and here it is, and now it is complete. So now it is complete. Another thing you can do there is you can make the loading screen and the real application separate like this. You need to create a new windows. For that, new window, and we're gonna name it real app because this is gonna be the real app. This is gonna be the real app. Background to see green, and now this is gonna be only our loading screen and no controls should be here. It's only gonna be our loading screen and our real app is separate. So in the tick event, we're gonna do is we're gonna type real app, when equals to new real app, and when dot show dialog, and we also do we should also do hide and close. Why we are doing the hide and close? Because we need to hide this application first and then close, and then when the real app is shown, close the loading screen. Why we are doing this? If we directly close our application like this code will not get executed. So first we have to hide the application which would be currently running, which would be the loading screen, and then when the real app appeared, we will close the loading screen. So let's check it out. So the loading screen should wait 8 seconds, then open the real app, and the real app is open. So our video is finished, and thanks for watching, and like the video. If you like the video, press the like button, and if you don't like the video, still press the like button, and share this video and subscribe because it really helps. So subscribe to my channel, and also recommend it to the other guys who are having problem designing their apps or other tutorial problems. And see you next time.